Hey everyone, welcome to a review for the MTECH USA MT-A705BG. So this is a spring assist pocket knife. It's got a pretty gaudy looking design on it. It's definitely meant to look pretty epic and extra. So it's not exactly for the knife connoisseur or the enlightened among us, but it is still a spring assisted knife, which didn't lock itself. Yeah, I mean, that happens. It's not just because it's cheap. I mean, I've had expensive knives that haven't locked straight away. If you just give it a little flick with the spring assist, comes out no problem. So it's got partial serration on it, and I believe this is 440 steel. So not the best steel in the world, but also not the worst. I do think this frame, yeah. So the black parts of it are plastic, and then I think this is plastic as well. So a bit of plastic mixed in with the metal knife. That's interesting, but it is a little bigger than some of the other knives, maybe are higher quality at this price point. So it's got a really interesting sort of dynamic because it has good things going for it, and it's just like screams of cheap pocket knife. Um, but I think on the whole, this is a solid little knife. If you really like this design, I got mine for around $8. I mean, that's fine for what this is, but yeah, you saw again the spring failed there. You gotta give it a little love. Okay, it needs a little help. But, you got your thumb grooves here. I mean, it's a silly looking knife. I mean, I wouldn't bet my life on it, but it fit comfortably in my pocket, and even though it looks a little goofy, if the time ever came that I needed a knife, I mean, this would flip right open sometimes. Ah, there we go. And it's just like you need at least one gaudy knife in your collection, right? But this one does have some practical applications. I mean, feels pretty tough, even though it does have some plastic aspects in the frame and a really hefty pocket clip there too. So I mean, yeah, it's not like God came down and created a knife and made this, but it's neat for what it is. If you want to get something for like someone who's younger or something like that, or someone who's just into like prettier things like this, like they're not going to appreciate if you get them like a really nice but kind of stoic looking knife. They're going to appreciate this more, and it's probably going to be cheaper than whatever that stoic knife was. So yeah, I mean, don't bet your life on this thing, but it's not bad for the price. I mean, I got mine for $8, right? So I would give this at $8. I'll give it a 4 out of 5. But then once you the list price is around $12. Yeah, that's a little harder to justify. Still, even at that $12, I would say 4 out of 5. I mean, it is what it is, right? I don't think anyone was expecting anything too special. But I think just one last thing. I think this at the end is supposed to be a glass breaker. Honestly, I think that would work. Yeah, I think it would. I still would not put my life in it though.